This season, UNLV football has turned into the Rebels in demise rather than the Rebels on the rise. Many Rebels fans are ready to take the leap from Samboy Stadium to the Thomas and Mack. The Runnin' Rebels basketball team finally hit the courts last week. Michael S. Jackson was on hand to give you the first look.
Runnin' Rebel fans breathe a sigh of relief. The 2009-2010 basketball season is officially here. The UNLV Runnin' Rebels return to the court in true Rebel fashion with a red carpet entrance and fireworks for their second first look practice open to the public at the Thomas and Mack Center. 1990 national champion and former Runnin' Rebel Larry Johnson got the crowd going before the team took to the court. The event drew a great crowd of Rebel faithfuls wanting to get a look at this season's team, as well as some of the anticipated newcomers like Kentucky transfer Derek Jasper and Arizona State transfer Steve Chopper Jones. The practice began with the team demonstrating some half-court ball drills, then moving into some layup and shooting drills. A few players even dazzled the crowd with some dunks. Following a short break, the Rebels played two 10-minute scrimmages, giving everyone a glimpse of the team moving the ball up and down the court. Season ticket holder and UNLV alum Paul Hernandez supports the team and likes what Coach Lon Kruger is doing.
Great, they're young, and I think they got a lot of fire.
Coach Lon Kruger is entering his 6th season as UNLV coach and likes getting both players and fans involved.
It's kind of a fun format. Fans enjoy it, players enjoy it. Not a lot of real structure to it, but got up and down a little bit, and good to get the players in front of fans.
It was very exciting. The fans showed us a good time. We tried to show them a good time. We came out, just played, and tried to have fun with it.
At the end of the event, all of the players stayed afterwards and met with fans to chit-chat and sign autographs. Returning starters Trayvon Willis and Oscar Belfield will lead the charge of a young group of Runnin' Rebels hoping to top the Mountain West Conference.
Time is really focusing on the team. I mean, really, bringing us all together, building the chemistry. Really, that's what we're going to focus on, and really getting condition so we'll be able to run up and down the court and really, just take care of business.
This season marks the 20-year anniversary of the Runnin' Rebels' record-setting 30-point defeat of Duke University in the national title game. Play begins November 10th at the Thomas and Mack Center against Washburn with a halftime celebration honoring the 1990 team. Michael S. Jackson for UNLV TV.
One thing Las Vegas is known for is its nightlife. If you have ever been out enjoying a night until 6 in the morning, it's most likely Tony Vertigo's fault. Tony is Las Vegas nightlife visionary and has fallen into some unfortunate circumstances. Andy Gill takes us to Cherry nightclub to catch up with Tony and see how he's feeling. Andy, take it away.
Hey everybody, it's Andy, and we're at Cherry nightclub inside the Red Rock Casino for a very special benefit for this gentleman, Tony Verdugo. Now, if you don't recognize Tony is, it's easy to say, a godfather to Vegas nightlife. Vegas nightlife is the monster it is today because of this guy. Now, unfortunately, over the past couple months, he's been going through some really, really bad circumstances. And Tony, first off, how are you feeling? And then second, tell us the story so people can understand what's going on.
I'm extremely tired. What took place was back in July, I had dinner at a restaurant, and I ate a meal, chicken chow fun, that was infested with E. coli poisoning. And soon thereafter, I was near dead. All of my vital organs, except for my brain and my heart, stopped. I was immediately put on dialysis and immediately given blood transfusions to save my life.
Now, you've become actually an advocate for healthcare, especially in the nightclub industry with what's going on. Talk more about that for us.
Absolutely. I, for one, just like 99% of nightclub employees, do not have insurance. And so now I want to preach about how imperative it is for all nightclub employees in Vegas and around the world to have insurance, because this could happen to anybody. I have 2 beautiful kids, a nice family, and without insurance, I'm more or less stuck out in the cold.
I was reading a pamphlet. It said that the kidney transplant, $300,000. Dialysis is $5,000 a treatment. so healthcare is definitely important.
It's the saving grace of life. I mean, our whole country's at odds right now about it, and it's absolutely mandatory to have.
Now, you know what? This segment is usually called On the Decks, and what I do is I profile a DJ every week, and I'm giving you this segment because without you, Tony, a lot of the residents with big names in this city, they got their start with you, and you're having a lot of the guys here. It's pretty much a who's who of Las Vegas here to support you. How do you feel about that?
I'm so flattered. Makes me want to cry. Everybody from Michael Toast to Hollywood to you, DJ Andy Gill, to Chris Hornsby, to Adam Webb, you name it. They're all big celebrities here now in Vegas.
It's all your fault.
Look at you.
Thanks, Tony. Now, where can we go after watching this? Can they go to a website and help you out?
Absolutely. www.savetonyverdugo.com is a website where you can read the whole story about what took place. There's videos on there of me in the hospital on dialysis, and any sort of donation would help tremendously. In life, your bills never stop, and then I have hundreds of thousands in medical bills thanks to not having any insurance.
Well, before we go, Tony, anybody else you want to reach out and say thank you to before we head out?
Absolutely. I would like to thank Chad Palace, Stations Casinos, the Fatitas. What they've done here is amazing. You, Andy Gill. I'd like to thank Dawn Lane. I didn't even know the woman, and she stepped up and has become the most awesome point person to make this all happen. I'd like to thank Corey Thomas, Big Joe Robinson, Godfather from the Booyah Tribe, all my loving family, because if I didn't have my family, I'd be dead.
Tony, we're all praying for you, and we're going to get you back in those suits and back in the clubs. All right, and once again, make sure you stop by SaveTonyVerdugo.com. It's right there on the screen for you, and you've just been put on the decks with the man, the legend, Tony Verdugo, and me, Andy Gill.
And that's our show for today, Rebels. Be sure to look for our cable show, The Greenspun Report, on Cox Channel 110, Sunday evenings, in addition to our weekly webcast. Before I say goodbye, everyone at UNLV TV would like to say happy birthday to our video editor, Jay. Happy birthday, Jay. I'm LaTanya Bird, and as we wrap up, I leave you with Andy Gill harassing tourists by the Las Vegas sign. See you Thursday.
Hey everybody, it's Andy. Decided to come out and stop by the famous Las Vegas sign that, as you can see behind me real quick, there you go, a little bit of it there, a little bit more over there. Quite a few people out, they stopped by. So I wanted to stop by and talk to some tourists. Some rumors out there that, you know, UNLV isn't a good school to come to because of all the distractions. What distractions, right? What are they talking about? Well, we're going to grab some people as they're walking by and ask them that question if they let their kids come out here to UNLV and get their college education. And if your son came up to you and said, Dad, I want to go to UNLV, what would you say?
I'd quite possibly encourage him to look at other schools as well. There's a lot of distractions here in town.
If Raymond came up to you, Dad, and said, Dad, I want to go to UNLV, what would you say?
I would say, you know what, Ray, that's a pretty good school, well recognized for the area, but tons of distractions to take you away from your studies.
If the little guy right here gets about 18 and says, Mom, you know what, I want to go to UNLV, what would you say?
I would say that's fine.
Okay, let's imagine here, hypothetical, you have kids, and they're about 18 and they say, Dad, I want to go to UNLV, what would you say?
Go ahead.
Boy or girl, whenever they get older and they go, Mom and Dad, I want to go to UNLV, what would you say to that?
Absolutely not.
They wanted to come to the college in Las Vegas, what would you say?
Well, if we live here, because apparently it's free.
If they came up to you out in Wyoming, Mom, and said, Mom, I want to go to UNLV, that's the college out here, what would you say?
Let's check into it.
Hey everybody, I was able to grab John, and John, I have to take a wild guess that you stayed at the MGM.
Oh, you're on it.
Am I good or what? Check that out.